Remember when we were told, even by some on the left, our friend Cenk Uygur was one of these people, Trump will cut defense spending. Elon will cut defense spending. It's going to be awesome. They're going to cut defense spending. Why wouldn't we work with them on that? To which I said to Cenk and others, beautiful. I want to cut defense spending. I don't believe they will do it. But if they do, I will say, congratulations, sir. May I have another? Well, Donald Trump has now told a Fox News host he's not going to cut defense. He was like, to cut defense spending? What are you talking? No, of course not. Foiled again. Trump says, I never said cut. We're just not cutting defense spending. Here is the Mango Menace.
You said you wanted to do the Golden Dome. You've got a lot of ideas for America. But then earlier you said you wanted to cut $1 trillion in defense spending, right?
I didn't say I was.
You're not going to. So I was like, which is it? Are you cutting defense spending or are you building us up?
I never said defense spending.
Okay, because I think you were talking about denuclearization.
Correct.
And that's where the cutting of the spending came in.
I never said cut. No, it's not in these days. I'd love to cut defense spending, but not now. Because you have China, you have Russia, you have a lot of problems out there. No.
In fact,
no. What I have said is, we spend a lot of money on nuclear missiles, nuclear weapons. The level of destruction is beyond anything you can even imagine. It's just bad that everybody has to spend all this.
Yeah, it's bad. So there it is. I mean, listen, can we consider this topic closed? And I'm going to be on with Cenk soon to talk about my book. And I hope that we talk about this. For my friends on the left who optimistically thought Trump, Musk, and Doge would cut defense spending, are you ready to admit that he won't, since he says it in clear language here? If you still have this lingering fantasy that Trump, Elon Musk, or Doge are going to scale back the military budget, it's time to snap out of it, okay? We've seen what they're cutting. Why is it that I never fell for it? Because we saw the first term. Now, I know Cenk and others said it's different this time. They seem different. It's all different. It's a new thing. We can't hold them to what they did before. All right, maybe. But it turns out that we can. And if you look at what Doge is cutting, meaningless drop in the bucket DEI programs, lying about what they're cutting, multiplying the amount that they're cutting by 3, claiming they're not cutting anything health related while the math tells us that, of course, they must be. So we have to be honest. Trump has never been about reducing military spending. Under his presidency, defense spending skyrocketed. And he would brag about how the cupboards were bare when Barack Obama turned over the presidency to him. The generals came to me. This is when Trump liked the generals. Now they're just woke. But when Trump liked the generals, he was like, the generals came to me and they said, sir, we don't have any bullets. The cupboards are bare. And I refilled the cupboards. And his brand, as pathetic as it is all about projecting strength. Why would a guy who wants to be seen as a big boy, strong alpha, why would he turn into a budget hawk on defense spending? And despite this, there's this bizarre subset of people on the left who believe Trump might be an ally in shrinking the military-industrial complex. Maybe it's because he would occasionally ramble about endless wars, or he lied about being against the Iraq war when he actually told Howard Stern, yeah, I'd probably have done it. Maybe it's because of Elon Musk, who's more of an erratic anarcho-libertarian, techno-libertarian, who has maybe convinced some people that he's against big government. What's bigger than American defense spending? Maybe that's why you fell for it. But the reality is that Donald Trump and his billionaire pals are invested in maintaining and expanding the military just as much as any other Republican. Would Peter Thiel maybe be up for cutting defense spending? Maybe. I don't know. But if you fell for this, listen, it's like with the Tulsi people. To some of us, it was transparent. Others fell for it. The important thing is realizing you fell for it, realizing they're not going to cut a damn thing from defense spending. And what they really want to cut is what they always want to cut. Welfare programs, demand side stimulus, anything that seems to have diversity on it. That's the stuff they want to cut. And of course, if they can get away with cutting benefits and cutting mandatory spending, even better. I don't know that they will get away with it in any large numbers, but they might. It seems that they're certainly going to try. We have a phenomenal bonus show for you today. Thanks to Trump, the Liberal Party in Canada stays in power. And the next prime minister will be Mark Carney. What do we know about Mark Carney? We will discuss it. The Black Lives Matter mural in Washington, D.C. is going to be erased because they want it gone. I have a couple stories about it, which I will tell you. And what about Bitcoin as part of a strategic reserve for the United States? Despite Trump's promises about it, Bitcoin crashing 20%. Have I sold mine? No, I have not. But I will tell you kind of what my thought process is on that on today's bonus show. Get instant access by signing up at joinpacman.com. Remember that this is our primary source of funding, memberships and the bonus show. Sign up at joinpacman.com. You can use the coupon code. It will end soon. An optimistic rallying cry. It will end soon. I'll see you then, and I'll be back with a new show tomorrow. Ruth Ben-Ghiat will join us tomorrow. Looking forward to that. I have a book coming out. I've spent a long time working on this. I couldn't be more excited to share it with you. It is called The Echo Machine, and it answers a crucial question. How did American politics get so broken? And just as importantly, how do we fight back effectively before it's too late? Trump back in the White House, damage piling up, an administration filled with extremists and loyalists, attacks on democratic institutions, policies hurting working people. If you've felt like you're screaming into the void and watching democracy slip away, my book, The Echo Machine, will help you make sense of what's happening and also give you an idea of what we can do about it. Go to davidpakman.com/echo or find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, anywhere books, ebooks, and audiobooks are sold. You can also call any local bookstore and say, I'd like David Pakman's The Echo Machine from Beacon Press. Pre-orders make a huge difference. Please support the book at davidpakman.com/echo.